Under this radical abortion bill, an unhatched sea turtle would have more protections than an unborn human baby. If you look at federal law, if you were to take or destroy the eggs of a sea turtle, now I said the eggs, not the hatchlings, that's also a penalty, but the eggs. The criminal penalties are severe, up to a $100,000 fine and a year in prison. Now why? Why do we have laws in place that protect the eggs of a sea turtle or the eggs of eagles? Because when you destroy an egg, you're killing a preborn baby sea turtle or a preborn baby eagle. Yet when it comes to a preborn human baby, rather than a sea turtle, that baby will be stripped of all protections in all 50 states under the Democrats' bill they'll be voting on tomorrow. Is that what the America the left wants?
I think you're missing the central premise of the sea turtle law, which is, hey, buttface, don't mess around with the reproductive habits of someone who ain't you. Those laws aren't there to protect the sanctity of the developing egg or whatever weird thing you printed out on your insane sign. We're stopping some asshat like you from getting involved in something that ain't none of your business. Republicans treat babies like sea turtles. As soon as they're born, it's like, have fun in the ocean, good luck not dying. Oh, you've never met your mom and you have no safety net? I don't care. Vote Republican. Republicans spend more time making dumbass signs for their brain-dead allegories than they do caring about kids after they're born. I mean, look at this sign. Babies versus sea turtles. First of all, I'd watch that. That is the cutest monster movie ever. I don't know who would win. Actually, no, I do know. Everyone watching a movie with babies and sea turtles would be the winner of that movie. Also, fetuses are the only things that Republicans don't want to kill, right? Immigrants, shoot them. Homeless people, I hope they die. George Floyd, he was on drugs. I'm glad he's dead, right? Your words. It's all of America that has to treat Republicans like you say we treat sea turtles. They're this tiny little population. They live to be like 1 billion, and they have way more power than they should. Why is your symbol an elephant? It should be a turtle. In fact, your mascot even is one. Like, anti-choice Republicans are only 30% of the population. We have to tiptoe around you weirdos. Like, your whole plan is that I can't live my life without checking with you first to make sure I'm not violating some rule from like St. Paul's first letter to the Terrapins, which is a kind of turtle, you dipshit. I mean, what do you think Jesus would think about your sign? I'll tell you what the Bible says about it. The Bible says you should poison your wife if she gets pregnant with someone else's baby. Look it up. But you wouldn't know anything about what's in the Bible because you're not a Christian. You're an evangelical. An evangelical is someone who tells you that the book's really great, but they haven't read it yet.
Let me tell you what's radical and extreme about what's going to be voted on tomorrow.
This guy is calling this a radical abortion bill. How? 70% of America wants it. The radicals are you weirdos. Only 28% of Americans want to overturn Roe versus Wade. If the anti-choicers were a movie, they would be less popular than 1991's Hudson Hawk, where Bruce Willis plays a cat burglar who robs museums while singing show tunes. He gets hired by Caesar and Anthony Mario. That's right, the Mario Brothers, and fights off super spies named after candy bars. Your abortion policy is more hated than that abortion of a movie, which yes, I've also seen, and I actually liked. Also, before I forget, you total moron, the eggs on the beach aren't inside the turtle anymore. They're in a hole on the beach, so they're not in the uterus. In fact, turtles don't even have a uterus. They have a cloaca, and the eggs are long gone from the cloaca. Gladys the turtle dropped him off and peaced out. So it's no longer a my body, my choice thing. If the body is halfway across the ocean by now, and since that little turtle fetus is viable inside the egg, all on its own at this point, it would be protected under the viability portion of the Roe versus Wade decision. If it was a human and not a turtle, you dinosaur. Here's another difference. If that egg never hatches, I'd be cool with it. But psychos like you are pitching laws that would do the equivalent of hunting Gladys down to see if she, I don't know, intentionally ate bad sea kelp to sabotage the pregnancy. At which point you'd arrest her, and in some states, if weirdos like you get their way, sentence her to death. And I thought that in America by 2022, we'd be done with this by now. But we're not, so I have to talk like this to morons like you who probably got the turtle idea by looking at some other moron wearing a turtle hat at a city council meeting that went viral. Because the only thing you do care about, it's not fetuses, it's not zygotes, it's not mothers, and it's not God. It's attention. So I think I've given you enough of it today.